Hello, everybody. Jeff Salzman here, and welcome to the Daily Evolver. As many of you know, the Integral European Conference, which is the premier global conference of the integral community, was scheduled for the end of this month at Lake Balaton in Hungary. Now, obviously, in our era of COVID, an in-person event can't happen. But I am here to report that the show will go on now online on the internet using the Zoom platform. So the virtual IEC will happen at the end of this month, May 27th through 31st. It's slightly pared back from the original dates, but it's all online. And my guest today is Bence Ganti, who is the creative force behind the conference. And I have to say, I was surprised when I talked to Bence how much he and the team are keeping the spirit of the conference. I went myself for the first one in 2016, and it's a wonderful event. There is an X factor that happens when integral people get together, and we'll see how that goes online. It has over 70 presenters and a full range of cool activities. They're taking Zoom to the max. They're doing the presentations, of course, and then small groups, music, even dance. The only thing missing is the goulash dinner. And that was always a fun event, but you can make your own goulash this year. Anyway, I think for integral practitioners, this is a very worthwhile event. And it'll, in a way, in the spirit of making lemonade out of lemons, it's more accessible, because you don't have to fly to Hungary, and it's cheaper, and you only have to get dressed from the waist up unless you do the dance. So anyway, I really encourage you to check it out. So here's my conversation with Bence, recorded a couple days ago. He in his sweet little cabin in the Hungarian mountains, where we actually went after the last conference, and where he's in lockdown with his new wife, so things could be worse. I start by asking Bence how they decided to go virtual, and here's our conversation.
First, we were resisting to do online IEC because the beauty of IEC is based on real live encounters between the community members. Oh. But then, we saw that actually there is a potential, there is an excitement, there is a playfulness and an ease in the online gatherings now. So everybody's calling from home, and it's so easy and relaxed. So that's how we came up with the idea very quick to actually use the original date, May 27 to 31, 2020, and just do it online. A little bit shorter than opening Wednesday evening for Europe time, and it's probably the morning hours for the US, depending on which time zone. Then a full Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we also do less presenters because it's the first try. Mm-hmm. So the immensity of the big IEC would be just too much in terms of organizing it in 6 weeks and holding it in with all the Zoom tech. So we decided to have, instead of 200 presenters, we have 80 presenters. We still a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot, you bet.
It's a lot, especially if you have 6 weeks to organize it, instead of 10 months or 12 months that we usually have. So, but thanks God, a lot of the presenters of IEC are in for the fun, and they just come to present online and run workshops online. Yeah. Even musicians, are offering live concerts, bits for IEC, and Martin Ucik is going to do the integral dating games online.
Really?
So everyone trying to do online, those things that we narrowly believe that it's only possible, in physical spaces. Now we try it in Zoom spaces.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the things that a lot of people are realizing, is that you can do more virtually than you thought. And actually, there is a non-local space. We're still connected. And it's not the same as in person, but it's pretty darn good. And there's some, I've had some very, very deep heart encounters with people over the pixels of the internet,
Uh-huh.
and it's really great. So, but you're doing this with Zoom,
Yeah.
and so it'll handle large numbers of people.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a new, I assume, website and schedule and all of that stuff. So if people want to register, they go to
integraleuropeanconference.com. So this is the same website that we usually have. It just has new menus, and the whole website is reconfigured for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And shall I show it to you in a minute?
Yeah.
Perfect. So here we go, and here in the main homepage, we announced the special online and the main conference, so you can see the 2 dates. And then,
once again, the online is this May 27th through 31st, and then the in-person conference at the Lake
Balaton at Siófok,
in Hungary is next May 2021, 19 through 23.
Exactly. And then here you see the program, the presenters for both conferences, now the online and next year is posted there. And then you find the tickets here, which with a caring heart, especially in this coronavirus period, we are keeping our prices low, and we are offering also a sliding scale payment option exclusively for the online IEC. So you can see that prices are really low compared to the live in-person IECs. The price is €125. And if you're a student or any hardship, pay 75 for the 4 days. If you are in good financial standing and want to support us, which we really need, you can pay more. And if you pay 400, you become a sponsor, and we feature you the sponsor list. And for those who keep their payment for 2021, so already bought their tickets for 2021 and don't ask a refund, we offer the whole online conference for free. And then if you sign up for the newsletter here, then you get all the news. We have a lot of information every week sent out for everybody on our list. So it's really worth to be on this list.
All right. So what are the highlights that you might point out for the online conference coming up? Give me a sense of what might my experience be.
Well, your crazy experience might be that you spend a big portion of the day in Zoom and meet a lot of people, a lot of variations of exercises and playful experiments that everybody's doing now. So how do the integral folks respond this challenge to do it in Zoom? All the trainers, all the teachers, the facilitators, the scientists. So it's a grand experiment for them and for us all, and I think we can learn a lot from each other. Techniques of doing it online, and a lot of information that people will transmit through their presentations. So half of it will be a presentation, and half of it will be some kind of experientials in breakout rooms, even ecstatic dancing in your room, with 100 people in their rooms. So we go a little bit crazy. And some of the highlights are, for example, we have invited Sebastian Siegel, who directed the Ken Wilber movie Grace and Grit.
Yep.
And he's preparing with his team to do a preview, more than the trailer, but an extra preview for the community, exclusively for IC Online. So they are doing a cut now. The movie is not yet out.
Right.
It's not yet in distribution.
And this is the bio movie of Ken Wilber based on his book, Grace and Grit?
Yes. And so we cannot watch the whole movie because it's not officially out yet, but we can have an extra preview for the integral community. And then we are going to have a conversation with the director, and Ken is also very excited to join. If his health allows, he will be there with us.
Great.
And probably some other figures that we keep surprised for now.
Wonderful. Yeah, so that sounds good.
Yeah, and then some of the the founders of Integral different integral branches show up, like Brian Robertson with Holacracy will show up, Frederic Laloux with Teal, Reinventing Organization will show up, Martin Uchik with Integral Relationships will show up, the whole Stages crew with Terry O'Fallon and Kim Barta and their crew will show up. So a lot of quality folks applying Integral and opening different schools and avenues within this colorful, wide open Integral world will show up.
Oh my goodness!
And lead us into all kind of good stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. Will it be like one channel and you sort of get on and get off or whatever when you want, or is there multiple things going on at the same time?
Multiple, at least like six to 8 rooms parallel will run. There will be actually we are going to create very soon a floor map, like modeling the actual floor of the hotel that we are usually holding this. And let's say the ballroom, and then you see a link there and click on that link that will lead you into the Zoom ballroom. So the main hall. We are not using one Zoom link with breakout rooms, but multiple Zoom links, multiple channels, and within that a main room and breakout rooms. So actually a crew of more than a dozen Zoom holders and facilitators are also preparing in the background and brewing in Zoom.
Wow.
It's a big challenge to do it.
Yeah. So this is a real conference being held on Zoom.
It's a real conference being held, yes.
Oh, well, fantastic. I'll look forward to it. Yeah.
Hope you enjoy
this one I will attend, since I don't have to get on an airplane or leave the house.
Exactly.
I might even show up.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that does it. We won't be having any goulash.
No. Or you order from the local Hungarian
restaurant. Right?
Yeah. So goulash at home. But what we plan to do is dining together. So there will be one Zoom room for lunch.
Really,
and the cafeteria as well. So we can have our lunches together and socialize freely in the dining Zoom hall.
Yeah, cool. I'm just curious, are you making this up as you go along, or is there a best practices where you could, like for Zoom conferences, that's already been worked out that you're plugging into?
No, we are making it up as we go. We are bold and creative to make it up and hope that it will work. Yes.
Well, I think we're seeing evolution in action, Bence.
Evolution in action, yes.
Yeah. In all 4 quadrants.
Yeah, but IEC was always done like this, that first the big ideas and running after them, trying to do them and finally succeeding in doing them. So
it's true. I mean, it's really the most important and one globally unifying conference of integrally, inspired people on the planet. And so we have a lot to thank you for, Bence, and that you're continuing to plug and reinvent this during this tragic time is very encouraging. And like I said, evidence of evolution in action itself.
Thank you. So let's
be
part of it.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add, Bence, while we're here?
There will be some morning practices, so you can join for a quiet sitting meditation, Vipassana style, Zen style, that is going to be led by former nun Sarala Yanuttara, who spent 10 years in strict Burmese deep meditation, 10 years. So she's a superstar in meditation and meditation instructions for Westerners. She's an English woman, so she also has a green Rogersian person-tailored individualistic approach and a traditional instructions and rigor of sitting and no compromise, just enlightenment. So we have the fortune to have her, leading morning meditations. And of course, we have some other, great practitioners leading yoga, morning practice, and some other modalities. So we keep the morning practice as well. So we try to model it as much as possible from the original IEC.
And what time zone are you working from?
So we are working from the Central European time zone, CET, which is most mainland Europe, like Berlin, Paris, Budapest in Hungary. It's all in the same time zone.
Right.
So since it's the Integral European Conference going global, this is the central time zone. But we are thinking of the friends from over the pond, from the US, Canada, and Latin America. And we are also thinking of the friends from Australia and Asia. That's why, and this is new to the usual IECs, the main keynotes are between 4 and 6 p.m. Central European time. That's morning time for Californians, kind of noonish in Eastern Standard, and just about go to bed for Asians, and a little bit into the night for Australians. So that's the only tiny bit time zone when we catch the whole globe. And the Central European morning hours are mostly for Europeans. It's recorded, so Americans, when they wake up, can watch. And the Americas continents, will typically wake up and join the European afternoon and evening sessions.
Right. But things that you can't see or don't see will be recorded and available.
Will be recorded
ongoing.
and ongoing available.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
The Zoom recordings. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. And thank you, Bence Ganti. Tune in next time for the Daily Evolver.